Welcome back guys to another video, and today we're going to talk about China and blockchain. So there was a lot of fear and doubt when China decided to ban ICOs and things like that, and price of Bitcoin and many other cryptocurrencies tanked just because of that news, but that isn't the case right now. Now, there was a lot of fear because China didn't want people to invest money into foreign ICOs and into foreign tokens, so they didn't want money to leave China. But now it looks like, you can see over here in this article on ccn.com, that China is speeding up development of blockchain technologies. Just in 1 year, they invested $1.6 billion into new projects and new teams, which are full of AI developers, big data developers, and 71 blockchain startups. So $1.6 billion for all of those teams together. So every team gets a little piece of that money, but this is more than enough for them to start developing the tokens or the coins or whatever they want to do, and to increase the China's blockchain influence. Now, there are a lot of tokens that are only marketed for China's market. Some of those tokens are something like HPV or high performance blockchain that doesn't have any marketing in Western countries or in US. So they're only building it for China right now, but when other countries see potential in those tokens that China is building, they will all go and invest money into China. So China won't have to lose the money of its citizens to go maybe somewhere else like in US tokens, but the US citizens will invest money into Chinese tokens, and this is what China wants. China knows that they cannot just ban blockchain, because blockchain has so much potential. It can speed up things so much, it can make it so much easier and more profitable, and China is on top of that. So you don't have to be afraid that China will ban every single cryptocurrency in the world. No, they are just careful, and it looks like they actually care about their own people. Now, we will have to wait and see what happens with that. Maybe all of those 71 blockchain startups will become unprofitable, and maybe every single one of them fails, but it doesn't have to be like that. Maybe even just one, two, or maybe like few of them will have great success, and billions of dollars will come to China, and then those $1.6 billion of investment that China made into those cryptocurrency startups will pay off really fast, because some of those tokens have like market cap of 10, 20, 30, or even like up to $50 billion, and then if just one of those 71 coins will be profitable, China might actually invest a lot more money into startups. And this is what every country should do, because just imagine if a lot of countries would ban cryptocurrencies altogether, so you cannot trade with them, you cannot use them, you cannot even possess cryptocurrencies. Now, even having private key to your cryptocurrency account would be illegal. If that happens, there would almost certainly be countries which would embrace the cryptocurrencies, they would reduce the tax on it and everything else. And that would be because they would want foreign investors investing into their own country and cryptocurrencies that are developed there. And then those countries could have such a huge advantage over the other countries that decide to ban cryptocurrencies, that the cryptocurrency ban should be and most likely will be lifted out of those countries that banned cryptocurrencies. So cryptocurrencies are here to stay. Now, they're not going anywhere, and you don't have to worry about that, and they are not getting banned. And the first country that decides to ban them will be in a huge disadvantage over other countries. And people are making fun of China because they have cheap labor, because they don't have a lot of money and things like that, but China is actually very well developed, and it is growing really fast. Now, the very well developed parts are mostly the big cities, but it's everywhere like that. Even if you go like to the big city, the country will look really developed, but if you go maybe like 50 or 100 kilometers from the big city, you will see that it looks almost the same way everywhere else. So don't make fun of China, because they know what they are doing, and they have one of the fastest growing countries in the whole world. So this article also talks about some other interesting things like this, that they don't have Twitter. They created their own version of Twitter called Weibo. They don't have YouTube. They adopted to Duo, and they don't have Facebook Messenger. They adopted WeChat. So it looks like they don't want to depend on any other foreign country doing software for them or hardware or anything like that. They're just going to produce everything on their own, and it's going to be like that with the blockchain. Because why would bank in China use Ripple if they can just create their own blockchain, have full control of it, and have all of those coins without somebody in foreign countries controlling majority of the coins, like it is with Ripple, where the owner of Ripple has something like 50 or 60% of the all Ripple combined, and then it's just giving little pieces here and there to the banks. China doesn't need that. China will not use that. They will create everything on their own. And since China has so many people living in China, such a huge population, investing into Chinese coins might actually be the best thing right now, because if they really start growing so fast, so insanely fast, that other countries will not be able to keep up with it, then it might be really profitable in the future. And since China is so known for copying many things, like almost everything they do, they just copy it, and they don't see that like anything wrong, they might also copy some other really successful US or European blockchains and then just redo them a little bit and launch them in China for their own market. And we have to take a look at them, we have to reevaluate them, and we have to think about if it is actually better to invest in Chinese ICOs or Chinese tokens or coins, or just stick with our US tokens. So I hope this was at least a little bit interesting, because there are not a lot of news going on right now, and not a lot of things are happening with the cryptocurrencies, and it's hard to find something interesting. So see you soon in another video, and bye.